Hello there, and welcome to another episode of X4 with our Star Wars Interworlds 0.73 playthrough. We are playing as our Imperial offshoot faction. We are back in Unknown Regions 1 on our main shipyards, and while we just introduced this episode, I thought we'd have a fly around the station, because we haven't really had a look at it. Really, we can't see a massive amount, unfortunately, because obviously most of it is shaded in mist and fog, making it all kind of a bit hidden. But here's kind of like the main bulk of it. We've got our it's 3 or 4 platforms, can't remember how many, all linked together, and we've got the equipment docks as well as the little wharf structures. We've got our large ship. I think that's fab bay, not fabrication, repair. We've got large ship buildings. We've got 2 of those. We've got 2 extra large ship. We've got a couple of wharfs, a couple of equipment docks. And then down this back end here is kind of like our energy generation area and some small habitation blocks. It kind of built in the way I attached it in a sort of narrative kind of way. It's like this is where all your maintenance crew and engineers and that would live, with all the storage bits and gubbins, and then you've got kind of like all this energy generation area, and then as we go a bit further down to this part, we've got some more shipyard bits, some docks, some general docks. We've got both large and small docks, as well as kind of like a couple of areas to build your ships and stuff like that. So I was quite happy with this station. There's some problems with where it is, though. Not particular with this one yet, although we haven't put it through its paces of building. But if we kind of look at a few things, so this is the kind of like the layout here. You get that cool 3D view. It's a nice little station. We've got some energy traders coming in. Obviously, I've flown back, and while I was flying back, we've done a couple of things. So, Hammerfleet is now in Cali, and that's on patrol, because we had a couple of raiders attacking some of our ships. So, we've basically taken them out. We've dealt with them. And then we've got NR-07's fleet patrolling Hook, and then we've got Pritchard's fleet patrolling in Ring of Moons. We sent a scout into Celesta. It got blown up by someone in the Black Sun. The rest of our stolen ships are kind of, at the minute, just doing a bit of exploration in Imperial space for us, just to kind of like find some stations, flesh things out, save us doing the hard work. So, some things we're not going to do in the near future. So I know I've briefly mentioned maybe building up in the Sith Empire territories and stuff like that. I was thinking about it. Logistically, it's going to be a pain in the neck, mainly trying to get supplies through Stenos. That might be something we do at a later date, depending how long this series runs for, and that is very much pending on like game updates and stuff like that. It's something I'd like to do. Maybe that might be another playthrough we might set off in these systems, because they are some pretty nice, juicy systems, especially Drummond Cass and Korriban, and Thule as well. Thule's very nice. It's not claimed by anyone, and it's got all those lovely resources. We're going to kind of focus on our areas, and we need to fix a few things. So, as we mentioned right back in the beginning, the sunlight in this system is pretty dire. It's 30%, which is not too bad for most of our stations. It's not ideal, but our scrap processing station has come into very much a fatal flaw in the fact that even though it's got 5 energy cells production, it's it's running at a massive deficit. We're not getting out the module prefabs because we're not getting the energy cells to convert that scrap metal into Durasteel plates and module prefabs, which is one of the things we need quite a bit of to be able to kind of start producing ships. I think because I knew, did I actually put anything on here to make us plates? I didn't. I think I removed them thinking we'd be okay. So we really need to fix that. Otherwise, our grand plan of being able to build a nice big fleet in this system's kind of going to fall down before it even gets started. Unknown regions. We know there is some resources in there, and we know there's a hell of a lot of resources in unknown regions 3. One thing I'm going to try and do to try and kickstart some economy. Well, there's 2 things I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to try and do is we're going to build a ship. And we're not going to build any old ship. We're going to build the Inquisitor. This is going to be our new flagship. Our roughy-tufty bruiser of a ship. If we look at its stats, it's a pretty brutal beast. It's got 3 million hull, 2.5 million shields, just about. It does 15, nearly 16k worth of damage on its turrets. It's got missile launchers. It's got the whole kit and caboodle. We can have probably around about 60 small ships as well. So we're actually going to, even though we haven't got even close to the materials, we're going to add that to our shopping list. And we're going to confirm that order. And hopefully, it says it's going to take 4 hours to start building, which is not ideal, but there we go. The bug wasn't a bug. It was me being an idiot, basically, which we've now fixed that. For some reason, the global orders, which is down here, switched to Terran instead of Universal, but we've fixed that now, so that should work in getting us drones and stuff like that. That 4 hours should start going down once it starts building drones and stuff like that. Ships have started trading of their own accord as well between these systems and that, so that should start getting us a bit of money in. As we can see on here, Hurley Station's making a bit of money. That's made 32 credits somehow. A Warcog, that's making a little bit of money as well. So we're starting to trickle in there, which is nice. As I think it was NR pointed out, the more these stations become full storage-wise, the more we will end up with more money, essentially. Kind of like things we need to do is we need to get some energy cells in. So we're going to make a energy cell station in Hook. So then we can start ferrying energy cells to and from our scrap processing station, which will be nice. So we'll do that first of all. I don't think I've got a preset for just a standard energy cell base, but I know we can make them pretty compact. We're going to have it fairly close to that gate just so we can kind of get goods through relatively quick. Right, it needs, let's go Imperial. We need a dock-in module first. So if we go with the standard Imperial docking platform, and can we get a harbour on the top of that without it? Yes, we can. So we're going to do that. So that will be his basic bare bones bit on it, so to speak. And then we're going to need some storage modules. We're going to need some containers. We're probably going to need large, I reckon. Or shall we go medium so it's going to be cheaper? Does the medium have... Yes, it does. Right, so because the main thing I'm looking for is the connector on the bottom. So we'll get some mediums on there. Then we could production modules. This is going to be kind of like your standardy looking space station, I think. Copy sequence, and let's turn that around and turn that around. There's a but you know what, I kind of like it like that. So these have a slight like nodule bit missing out there. I quite like it like that, actually. That will mean that we can kind of, doesn't matter what and how many we put on, it'll all be nice and symmetrical. Because if nothing else, the Imperial stuff should be symmetrical. No, come on. Oh, we can't put it there. Well, that's not very good, is it? Because I want this to basically produce a massive amount of energy cells. I want it to basically spew energy cells out like nobody's business. So let's just move you and you to there. I don't want to put any there just because it'll potentially block things up. We do need some form of defensive discs on here. We're not going to go anything too elaborate. We'll just put some Imperial discs on the ends of these. Obviously not on that bit because it won't let me. It should technically. Oh well, no worries. We've got a few on there. That'll be fine. And we'll put one on the bottom as well, just so it's kind of we need. So we'll confirm those module changes. It's gonna need 11 million. We've got 7 million. We're gonna put 5 million in to start with. Confirm. I'm hoping to be able to build it cheaper than that. We should have our builder there. Close that menu. So that can basically get on with doing that. Where is our builder? Where does it live? Let's have you acting as an independent. And the other thing we need to do is we need to rename this, because originally it was called Atlas, I believe. Atlas. There we go. Confirm. So there we go. So that's kind of like going to get that kicked off. And slowly but surely, hopefully, we'll start getting the fleets built up and organised. Now, I'm hoping that, mind you, it's going to need, yeah, we're going to need to put the money into it because we're not making the Durasteel plates yet. Is there anywhere with an absurd amount of energy cells? Trade with. Or are they all in the kind of like the same boat? Is there anywhere we can kind of like just steal? Just to like jump start it? Oh, you've got quite a few. So confirm. You take those energy cells and trade with you. We need 2 million of them. And then you also transfer wares, and you give me another 9,000. Just so we can get, hopefully get everything kind of like kick-started a bit. Because Because until this is all online, we're not making any money. I don't want to start buying chips from anyone, so that's going to kind of be a bit of an issue. Let's take the small amount of money we've got out of these stations, so we can basically put them in to this place. Plan build. There we go. Right, we're going to put all our money in. We're going all in, and we have got a couple of missions that we can start going in now. Not many people said who they wanted to fight with, and I said New Republic is probably going to be the best bet to go after, for the simple fact that the New Republic grow the quickest, generally speaking. Where is the New Dawn? Venator, eh? New Republic grow the quickest, so they're going to be the ones that we have to kind of like quell very early on. They're also the faction who are the easiest technically for us to deal with. Because you raised a very valid point, and I completely agree with him. When you're going against the Mandalorians, they are evil. For the simple fact that their stations and a lot of their guns, look at that site there, that's beautiful, all those arcs all lined up. Yeah, they're really hardcore. Wrong button. To take on, because the Mandalorians have essentially mass driver weapons, which ignore pretty much all shields. There's not many factions I would kind of like say their stations are best to be attacked by smaller ships, but the Mandalorians are usually, especially the defense stations, are usually one of those factions. Just because if you take on the larger ships, they just get eaten. The shields, the shields are pretty much pointless. The hull just gets eaten alive. So we'll go and kick things off with taking on the New Republic. One of the kind of like things that'll slow us down a little bit is our maneuverability, because I'm not particularly interested in the missions that involve us doing small scale, like little fighter escort missions and stuff like that. We want to jump straight into the big missions. Building defense stations is a possibility. We could possibly get involved with that. Also, the taking out New Republic stations as well. Missions such as that kind of like tailor to our fleets that are already in that we already own, and we're going to take the hammer fleets out. We're probably going to leave the 2 patrol fleets for the minute at home until we start pushing forward. We're going to try and find some systems which have got some good resources, so we can essentially move into those systems and exploit the resources. So the unknown regions and Hook and everywhere is our capital for the moment, but I can foresee on the future, if this series goes on for a long time, we'll probably end up rebuilding everything elsewhere. But then again, we are going to be moving into the unknown regions at some point soon. We're essentially going to build a new fleet and use the unknown regions as a proving ground to test that new fleet. I'm moving more away from the idea of using Clone Wars ships, just for the simple fact that the logistics of it is pretty heavy. So you're going to basically use as much as we can build. So let's actually, while we're waiting, we might as well have a look at building some other things. So one of the ships we've got is the Supremacy Fighter. I'm going for very much a Sith orientated fleet, if you've not already guessed. We'll have the combats. Shields, are they really the best shields we can get? Okay, S-Tab SXs then, all the way around. I don't really know what the best weapons are. I seem to remember these being a bit rubbish, the GA60s, so we'll stick with those. And then we've got the ion guns as well. Software, you need, might as well, because it's not costing us anything, we might as well just go best of everything. So then if we do jump into these, or we need it, because I have needed to use fighters to get trading missions done before. I can't see that happening in this particular playthrough, but it does happen every now and again. I'm going to put service crew on you. Add to, well, let's save it to the NO, new order. Super Ivy, that's the Mark IV fleet variant. Save as new. Add that to shopping list, and what? 20 of them. And then we also want some TIE Furies as well. TIE Fury, where do you live? There we go. There's the heavy fighter. Just put that on high preset for the minute. We need, there we go. Sound in the background of my ship struggling. What do carbonite missiles actually do? Oh, the carbonite ones do the damage over time, don't they? So I think we're actually going to go carbonite missiles on these, if I remember correctly. We'll check out the encyclopedia in a minute. But carbonite missiles sound like they're pretty fun. They essentially, the idea is, I believe they fire at a ship and freeze part of the hull. MG2s, LS9s, Ions, LS9s. A lot of guns on this one. Yep. Combat Mark 3s. Let's save this loadout as the NO Fury. Fury fleet. Save as new. And then we'll add some of these to the shopping list as well. That means we've crashed into something, or it's not gone right. We'll take 20 of those as well, so we'll have 40 ships to start off with. They'll probably take a million days to actually start popping through, but they will get there eventually, which is good. So that's kind of that getting sorted out. That's, oh, I bet we crashed into, did we crash into you? Maybe. Probably crashed into one of the ships there. So that's going to slowly but surely get built up. We've got the Hammer fleet there going around. So I'm going to go to Ord Mantell, get this mission found out. I've got unless, because the bounty hunter stations usually don't always spawn in the same place, apart from the one in is it Biss? I think there's one in Biss, and the one in Mongaza. Biss is usually the one. There's one always in Biss from what I remember on the playthroughs that I've done, and there's always one in there. Hopefully there's not one in Ord Mantell, because one thing we found last time is that Ord Mantell became a bit of a pain in the neck for the simple reason that everyone was fighting over this, and they were using the bounty hunter station as like a refurbishment dock, which meant that there was always a steady stream of fighters that were able to rearm pretty quickly. But we shall see. So we're going to take we're basically just going to cut straight to our little bit of when we get to the New Republic, and we'll find not the New Republic, the quest giver, and we'll find out what missions we can do, and we will take it from there. Okay, so we've barely got out the gate, and there's already a small force of Mandalorian Death Watch. For some reason, I don't really like the look of this. I don't know why Mandalorian Death Watch are here, unless they have decided that they want to attack me, which is quite possible. So we're going to have to chase these down, I think. I'm going to have to pursue them. Because although we've got the ships, if these get through to our middle sector, which a bunch of fighters can, we can potentially start losing quite a bit of things. Mainly if they start going after our trade ships and whatnot. Right, let's engage a little bit of thrust. Yeah, they're already through our borders. Oh, are you coming after me? Have they changed their mind? Right, do the old reverse and turn. Should I'm hoping the my fighters just automatically start picking them off. Let's have a look. Yeah. I mean, what would be really nice if some of these fighters started abandoning ship. Mandalorians don't tend to eject, though. Boo to you, sir. Boo to you. Right, yeah, we need to start guidance, because everything's going to start docking, which means... Did you manage to take out that one? Or are you pursuing? So yeah, we can see they're going to be there. So we need to have these guys on battle readiness and start expecting a little bit of chaos. Now, if they start attacking the stations, I'm fairly sure the bigger stations are going to be covered. They should have the guns to basically be able to take out. Is this a vanguard force, do we think? Right, my fighters should be able to take those out. They're going after the Imperials as well. Well done, guys. You nuke it? Excellent. Now, have they come back? Probably do with actually having a fly around and dumping some satellites, or getting a ship to dump some satellites. Well, let's get everything docked up. Let's have a look at the old battle map. So we've got advanced shield coils there. There's some gubbins down there. You guys are still chasing. Where are you going? Why have you jumped through there? You're meant to be patrolling this system. Right, we can track. Are they going straight through to our capital? Oh, wrong button. What are you doing, Mandalorians? So we can kind of track them a little bit. Are we going to have to take Pritchard's fleet? Well, they're sat at that gate. Right, we're going to have to basically chase them down. What are your orders? Police in Hook. So why are you in this system? You should be in Hook. That should be your main priority. Because if you guys were in Hook, then we could basically have a better. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Oh, there's a chance that we're going to come across them in a minute. Have they already jumped through? Yes, they have. So are they planning on striking our core planets? I mean, how did they manage to get through the Imperial lines so easily without Imperials actually chasing them down? Yeah, they're coming into or are they? Are they coming in to attack? Right, just in case. The acclimators can sort themselves out. I want you to dock and wait there. Where are they? That scrapper should be alright on its own. Right, so as soon as I know what's going on, we'll jump back in and we'll kind of take it from there and see what we find. Definitely looks like they're in our home system. What they're planning on doing, I don't quite know, but they were definitely Mandalorian Death Watch, which is a little bit worrying because I don't want the Mandalorians basically targeting us. So yeah, I'm going to take this off of autopilot and basically fly through. So we'll see you very soon. Alright, so we're kind of being led on a merry old goose chase, as per usual. So we might be able to pincer them. These systems are quite hard to find and track enemy ships. We found it. Right, so attack that. Now we might be able to catch him off guard and pincer him in. All depends whether or not we can get fighters deployed. Does look like we're managing to... Oh, autopilot. Autopilot, autopilot, autopilot. Now, hopefully, we've managed to deal with all the little scout fighters and things like that. I did just see a Y-wing, which is a bit... So that's been taken out, which is good. It does make me a little bit nervous, though, that we've essentially had Mandalorian Death Watch come this far out, almost as if they're on like a bit of a scouting mission. Where are we? I mean, we managed to get it, and I think we took out all the smaller fighters. That looks like it's been built as well, which is good. Did it drop anything? Concussion missiles. Okay, right. So let's go back to that and set that as our mission. We're going to have to potentially start building up a bit of a defense force. We can undock you guys. You can return to duties. Resume your duties. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it's dropped some sort of satellite, maybe. I know the AI does sometimes do that. I mean, this fleet might get pulled back to start patrolling in here. We'll basically, the only thing we can do as it stands at the minute is keep an eye on things, because if we start getting paranoid about every little ship jumping in and out of system, we're not gonna get anything done. So I'm gonna go and see this guy about joining the fight against the New Republic, and we'll start seeing about making a push on that front. Have we made any progress on any of these? No, because we don't have the materials. One thing I was hoping for is if we start building it, it might start prioritizing the traders to go out and find the supplies, but that doesn't seem to have happened. Logical overview, and you haven't made anything as of yet. Let me just have a look at that. You've not sold anything either. This thing needs a lot of power. I vastly underestimated the amount of power this thing needs in order to process. Because beforehand we actually had it in Hook, so obviously it worked. But once this is up and running, we should be golden, or not golden, but definitely in a better position. We're 55% on the docking module, and then it's just a case of finding someone to work there. So I'm going to go and, as I said, find this New Republic base, and then we're probably going to take it, then we'll call it there for an episode, I think. Not much has happened, but sometimes that is the nature of X4. You spend a lot of time doing not a lot. Okay, so we've arrived in Ord Mantell. Is it Ord Mantell? We've just been sorting some scouts out. Yeah, Ord Mantell. I am going to teleport to this station just for the simple fact I can't be bothered to dock. Oh no, we'll do it properly. You know, if you're going to do a job, do it right. Why not? So yeah, we'll get docked up here. This system does seem pretty much scouted out. I've not found any bounty hunter places or anything like that. We got a little stolen scrug doing a champion job. It's going to then go into Vortex. So the missions we're hoping for is to destroy stations, essentially, and we'll take the Hammer fleet to do that, and hopefully it'll not be something daft like destroy the main shipyards in Coruscant, which the AI is sometimes wanting to do. Oh, lovely! We've got a lovely little docking berth there. We can just fly that in nicely, because the destroying station missions are pretty good in the way that it's a nice, easy way. Well, it's easy for us anyway with the fleets that we've got to make money. New Republic stations, the general stations, aren't a particularly tough one to take out either. Most of the time, it's only if you start coming up against their fleets, it can be a bit tricky. But as we found towards the end of the previous series of the Imperial playthrough, on the last one, we are pretty good at taking out Imperial capital ships with our fleets. Although, beforehand we were using them as one big blob fleet. I think, were we? Or did we have two fleets? I don't remember. I know the plan was to split them into two fleets eventually. Now it should. Let's just slow it down. This is why I usually just teleport to them in the larger ships. Just because it's so much easier. Oh, we're definitely almost there. We just need these to kind of like match up. We're doing a little bit of thruster control. There we go. We can get up. Oh, let's just check his orders. That's not the button I wanted. What are your orders, if anything? Just hold position, that's fine. We haven't got any stupid send it somewhere else. Coruscant Reclamation Campaign HQ. Oh, apologies for... Oh, what the... Oh! No! Pause. Teleport. Pause. Whew. Right, let me just drop down a quick save. I don't want it to end like that. Where is it? New order. There we go. How long we've been playing? 4 hours on this one. So we've not actually got that much time sunk into it. The pirate one we're currently on just over a day's worth of in-game hours. Like I said, this is just a short one. We're slowly ramping up. I think I made the mistake of being slightly over ambitious on the I am here to help with kind of like expanding the empire too quick, because we're essentially not making any money or anything like that. Ooh, the Mandalorians are mounting a defense in Ithor. Yeah. We know you need pilots like me, but you don't want anyone to go out there and die and all that stuff. We know this. You've told us already. So basically, we're going to get this Gubbins sorted out. Oh, he's an ISB officer now. Has that been updated? Did they used to be considered as ISB? I'm not sure. I remember like usually these first bases where these guys are all stationed, and the previous Imperial playthrough, they all got killed. It's like all the bases and that got destroyed several times, because the New Republic was pretty brutal with those ones. Yep, I know. Thank you. Payout bonuses, all that good stuff. Let's get started. We will now find tasks related to our enemies in your mission interface. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, all the fight. So there was a scout Y-wing in one of the previous systems, so that's all our ships returning. Right, so let's have a quick look. Mission offers. So we've got contesting the New Republic. Destroy. That could potentially be a good one. 48 million. So they're asking us. They're definitely destroying the stations. Doesn't tell us where. Intelligence. We don't do those. Although the deploying and scanning and... So I always have a problem with scanning. It always breaks. Like, as soon as you get close to the thing you meant to scan, it fails the mission. It's like you've been spotted. Defense stations, those are very good missions. And delivering an attack fleet, also very good missions. But we have no income at the minute, so they're not going to work for us. Same with that one. Sabotage turrets, we can't do that because we can't, as far as I'm aware, we can't get on board the stations. Assassinate, that is going after somebody. Deploy mines, deliver pilots, achieve coverage. We could potentially do that one. Prime resources, deliver wares, we're not doing those. Those deliver ware missions are usually rock hard to do. And then we've got destroy. So open briefing. What you want is to destroy 44, 43, 48 versus 48, 43 and 51. We're going to accept that one. Also, with it being contesting, I'm hoping that means it's fairly close by. Let's have a look. So it's a silicon refinery for the first one. Let us get on the New Dawn. Go to Trader's Corner first, see if we've got anything we can sell or make. Hello, show me your wares. So we've got some alien eggs. We haven't got enough to make an omelette yet. Hyperdrive cores. We'll keep all this because we might need it. Bomb launcher. We seem to have 4 bomb launchers. We don't need 4. We can sell a couple of those. But we only need 2. It's funny because when you haven't got these things, you can never find them. When you have got these things, you seem to pick them up from random pilots all the time. We will take that 3-star because that's good. Management, it's not really necessary. And then all this stuff we can sell. All this vendor trash. So that gives us a nice tidy million, which we're probably going to need to sink into that energy cell system. We could make some security thingies. We could make some space bombs as well. We'll do that. Alright, cool. Lovely. Let's go to the New Dawn Bridge. Hopefully we won't have another glitch. Alright, let's undock and let's see where you want us to go. So you want us to go to Vortex first of all. But is it going to go Vortex, Dorin? Now Vortex should be fine. We'll find out where the mission is and then we'll start doing the mission next episode. Do you know what? In fact, because this seems like, excuse me, a fairly safe place. So we'll leave the New Dawn here. We'll dive in an arc. I can't say I'm very happy about this. Let's why, Delilah? Teleport to. Alright, should we? Ooh. What is this? Oh, so we're on a different. Oh, this is the top bridge. I didn't even know this had this area. I'm not liking these little glitches. Let's go to this docking area. Oh, let's go to the bridge then. And then from the bridge, can we go to the dock area? No. What the? Okay, right, so pause. Teleport to that. Ooh. Excuse me. Those are some nice little glitches there. Right. Undock. Just drop a quick save just in case we break again. Like I said, we're going to find the thing, the base, or at least get an idea of what system it is, so then we know which way to send the fleets, basically. Because we can either go this way down through Ord Mantell through Vortex, or we can go through Glianson and places like that, which is a little bit easier for us, I think, logistically speaking. Yeah, we can come through here, although there's probably some Black Sun stuff kicking around in there. Come down this way through the Redoubt, which would be not a bad thing to find the Redoubt, because there is a trade station usually there. But we'll see. We're probably going to end up coming down this way, if I am honest. Okay, find a way to Doran. We know the way to Doran. How populated is Vortex? It's not very populated. They are starting to build up though. Oh look, Thai. Can we claim that? Thai LN. We won't really claim a line fighter anyway. The only thing I'd do with it is sell it. Unknown object. So if it's in Doran, that'll be a bonus. We can carry on. That's a fairly easy win for us. If it's not in Doran, then we'll see how far it is. I don't really want to be hopping through too many New Republic systems. Oh, there's been a big old fight there. Look at some X-Wing carcasses. Oh, howdy. Right, so if we go this way, we know there's going to be at least a small patrol fleet. It looks like a lot, but that's very easy to sort out. Right, so he's going to want us to go to Bilbringi, which, if I'm honest, let's just pause it, have a look. There's not a lot in this system. It's just whether or not we clear this system out and have to keep going. Unknown object. So this is a slightly dangerous thing that we're doing here, because obviously we're flying through enemy territory and nothing but a lowly arc. If we get killed, there is no rescue. We can't teleport anywhere. We're kind of like, it's reloading. I'm not even going to bother trying to fight them, because there's just too many, and they can just call in reinforcements as well. I mean, it is good to try and find out what they've got. Are these all part of patrol fleets? Yeah, so they're all little patrol wings. Probably, if you can catch me. They've got a lot of fighters. They seem to have gone for quite a strong fighter contingent. Right, okay. So we're in Bilbringi. So that's one of the stations that they want to take out. The other thing to consider as well, if we go into Doran and start destroying all the station, we're potentially destroying the other two stations in the the mission? Alright. So that's kind of like what our target is. It's nothing too drastic to take out. Let's just pause it a second and retake our bearings so we know where we're going. Okay, right. Well, that's doable. We can push into Bilbringi. The Hammer fleet should be able to take out whatever's in these systems fairly easy. What's the Hammer fleet's fighter complement? 239 fighters. They're not the fighters and bombers mixed in it. We should be able to take it out. We should. Is it worthwhile just that? So that's to Gleanson. Is that really all they had? So a couple of defence stations. Alright. I think this is a doable mission for us. Especially at this stage. The thing we'll have to be careful of is us stomping our giant ISD-2 fleet into their system is going to grab attention. And as a kind of countermeasure, the New Republic will probably send a fleet after us to basically to counter it. Now, what that fleet will be, we don't know. How they'll send it in, we don't know. Worst case scenario, they send they fly their main fleet up. Their what do you call it? Fleet. Where are you? Home One fleet with a couple of supports fleets. Best case scenario, they just drip feed some dreadnoughts in and stuff like that, and we basically just eat them alive. But we know where we're going. We're going down there. I mean, does it look like potentially the? Looks like someone's definitely had a nibble on that one. It could have been Vong. But yeah, so we'll leave it there for this episode, like I said. And the next episode, we will see about pushing, moving the fleet up and starting a little bit of a push into the New Republic. I don't want to rush this series, but on the same token, it is constantly in the back of my mind about the new updates and stuff like that coming through. And us basically having to jettison and ignore this series once that comes through. So yeah, but for now, I have been Captain Jack Gumption. This has been the Imperial playthrough on X4. So thank you for watching, and until next time.